James and the Cavs got buried in Game 2 last night, losing by 33 to the Warriors. They've now lost 5 consecutive NBA Finals games dating back to last season. History not on the Cavs' side here, as teams who go down 0-2 in the finals have come back to win the series just 3 times ever. And according to ESPN BPI, the Cavs are now only given an 8% chance to win the series and a 23% chance of being swept, Stephen A. Are the Cavs done?
Yes, they are. I don't even know why that's a question. The Golden State Warriors have only lost back-to-back games this year 1 time, and that was in the Western Conference Finals to the Oklahoma City Thunder. That's it. Outside of that, they haven't even lost 2 games in a row. And the Cleveland Cavaliers, this Cleveland Cavaliers team is supposed to convince us that they're going to win 4 of the next 5 games in order to win this series. Their chances of winning this series is 0 as far as I'm concerned. The only reason the 8% is up there is because you're giving human beings a chance. After all, Steph Curry could have food poisoning or might get kidnapped, or Klay Thompson might get injured, or, somebody might have diarrhea. So I don't know. I mean, who knows what the hell's going to happen, okay, in terms of what could derail them. But that's about it. I mean, I can't see if both teams having all of their horses available to them, how Cleveland has any shot of winning this series. It's over. Now the question is whether or not it can be made into a series. There is only one hope. The Cleveland Cavaliers must win games 3 and 4 for this series to be interesting. That is it. If they lose one of these games, this series is over in 5 at the most. They're not coming back to the Oracle and winning a game 5. If they lose Wednesday night, I believe they will get swept on Friday. And guess why? I truly, truly, truly believe in my heart that if Cleveland loses Wednesday, half of their team will check out and be like, I don't feel like flying back to San Fran after Friday. Seriously. That's exactly how I feel about them right now. I can't believe what I'm seeing. I think they're completely demoralized. I think that they don't have much left. Maybe Tyronn Lue and his staff will figure out something, or LeBron James in front of his home crowd will get relentless and just say, to hell with this, I'm not going out like this, and do something about it. That's the only hope that I see. And they have got to win Game 3 Wednesday night. If they don't win Game 3, I believe this series is over Friday night, that it will be a sweep. And I think it'll be primarily outside of the greatness of Golden State, of course. I think it will really be because guys don't feel like flying back to San Francisco.
Okay, so gut feeling. Who wins Game 3 Wednesday night?
My gut feeling is Golden State, because I just think that they have too much firepower and Cleveland doesn't have an answer. I'm still holding out hope that this could end up being a series. The lone hope that I have to hold on is the greatness of LeBron and Kyrie as offensive players can somehow offset what Golden State's going to throw at them. And Golden State is capable, Skip, of having an off night in terms of missing shots. They are capable of doing that. So Cleveland could potentially win Game 3, but I think their only shot of this being a series is to win Games 3 and 4. And if I'm betting my money, I'm not betting my money on Golden State losing Wednesday night. I'm not betting against it. I'm hopeful that Cleveland will win, but I'm not betting on it.
I'm going to bet my public pride that Cleveland wins Game 3. I just believe, look, I'm LeBron's harshest critic, blah, blah, blah. I believe in him too much. He's too great. He's too gifted. He's proven too much. His resume is too long to go down like this. What was the number going into last night's game? 9 straight times in postseason series after LeBron had lost Game 1. He, or his team and him, had won Game 2. That ended last night. Well, okay, so you're going home. You've had a terrific year. You've had a terrific playoffs up to these last 2 games. I'm sorry. I don't know why you can't do this. But he's going to have to use your word that you used at the open of the show. Bump all y'all. Bump this. Bump that. I'm going to go do this. Watch this. And he's going to have to be, as to use your latest word, relentless. He's going to have to come out and set an early tone. We ain't going home because we are home. And this is our house, and we're not going to let him do it to us. Now, some things are going to have to change, and we got to get back to the rookie head coach, Ty Lue. I don't think you can come out, again, you talked about switching. It looked to me like last night the defensive strategy was to jump double either Clay or Steph as soon as the ball touched their hands. I'm talking about two people are jumping all over them, trying to get them to give up the basketball. And guess what? They did. And guess who was standing over there all by himself? This guy named Draymond. And they basically said, Cleveland, if he can beat us, God bless him. Well, God bless him, because he did. He scored 28, and he was hitting uncontested three-point shots, as you well know. Well, to your point, who was it, Chauncey, or going back to Isaiah, going back to the Piston days, you just got to play it straight up. Let the chips fall. Each man has a job to do. That guy, and that guy, that's your guy, and you go guard him, and you just let the chips fall. And then I don't like it when they've gone so small with LeBron, sometimes as their five, is their biggest guy on the court. I'm looking at the numbers. Game one, when they went small, they got blown off the floor, minus 26. Last night, when they went small, blown off the floor, minus 23. Okay, is it time for a dramatic shift? Is it time to go back to Mozgov? Do you remember what he did last year, Stephen A? Games 1 and 2 at Oracle. He scored 16 with 7 rebounds and 17 with 11 rebounds, and they won the second one. They're in both. They both went to overtime. And then game 4 at home, that was that turnaround game, and I know they lost pretty badly, but Mozgov had 28 and 10 in that game. Is it time to go bigger to combat Bogut early on? I don't know. It's time for a dramatic shift. Last year, they went with Iguodala in the starting lineup. Dramatic shift. Changed the series. Iguodala basically took LeBron out of it, even though I thought he and Delly just ran out of gas at home. But still, is it time to – somebody's going to have to do something strategically different than what they're doing, because it did not obviously work.
Listen, we can get on LeBron James, and it would be appropriate today because he needs to be more assertive, more aggressive. He needs to be a better leader. We get that. But let's also give some credit to the greatness of Golden State by saying this. One man is not going to beat them. You're going to have to get some help. And from a collective standpoint, the Cleveland Cavaliers showed zero toughness. They was as soft as cottonelle tissue, okay? We all know this. This is how bad they were. They got to show up and show some heart. They got to show up. I mean, there's some rough riders on that side of the ball. Now, you look at Cleveland, talent-wise. Just look at it. Let's break this down, Skip it. Let's get down to the nuts and bolts of it. Cleveland has 2 playmakers. Golden State has 6. Let's ask ourselves this question. Who on Cleveland hates to lose? LeBron hates to lose, but even you have lamented he may not hate it enough. No one else knows how. Kevin Love and Kyrie Irving are on the verge of losing their first playoff series. You know why, Skip? Because they've never been to the playoffs.
Yep.
Kevin Love got hurt in the first round against Boston last year, which they won. Kyrie Irving was hurt throughout the playoffs last year before they got to the finals, and he got hurt in game 1 and had his kneecap split in half. Okay? So they've never lost. So if you don't know what it's like, and you don't know what that pain is like, then how could you really feel the effects of it? Golden State may not have lost, but they're winning, but they've tasted the champagne. And because they've tasted the champagne, you sort of like hate losing in reverse. You love the champagne so much, you don't want to know what life feels like without drinking it. You see? Yeah. So that's what we're talking about here. And in the end, I'm just saying to you that LeBron's got to make shots, got to be more aggressive, has to inspire his troops to go out like Rough Riders. You got to find a way to do it, but the flip side to it is that we got to understand he can't do it alone. They are playing against a superior team. Golden State gets out on the wing and defends the perimeter, and they recover from collapsing inside to getting outside to the point where a 7-foot shooter like Channing Frye has to ride the bench because he can't get off a shot because they won't leave him open. This is very, very bad. And I'm telling you right now, the way it's looking right now, it wouldn't surprise me. Something's going to happen in Cleveland if they go out like this. It's going to be changes, whether it's Love, Kyrie, LeBron, or 2 of the 3. Something's going to go down.
Yeah.
Because this cannot stand.
Okay, last couple of quick points. Remember, it is a playoff truism that role players play better at home. So I expect Cleveland's role players who have disappeared at Oracle to rise and shine and follow LeBron and Kyrie's lead. And then back to Kevin Love. I don't want to be too harsh here because we know he's in the concussion protocol. I just think they can win without him. I'm not the biggest fan. I don't love his intangibles. You know, I love his ability, but
they don't either.
Okay, I know. I got it. So I'm saying they can win this game without Kevin Love because they won without him last year. They're up 2-1. I know Golden State's way better than it was last year, but it's time to fight.
Just fight. Win, lose, or draw. Just don't go down like punks. You know what I'm saying? Just don't go down like that. You lose because you fought and they you miss shots where they make them. All right, we got that. But they caved. They gave up last night. They did.
All right, let's leave it there. We want to get our third debater involved. That is all of you. Are the Cavs done? Vote on Twitter, yes or no. Let us know. Meanwhile, Lakers legend Jerry West tells critics to back off LeBron James. A skip buying the Kings' support. Don't miss that discussion. It is next. Good, like James